All right, you're watching the wrong Mr. T part 2. Now I ended that one, last one, or the first part, whatever you want to call it, by saying maybe we shouldn't have given the women the vote. Well, let's hope that got a lot of bloods boiling. Now, of course I didn't really mean that. I see a lot of women posting, and I repost and comment, and they comment, and, you know, so I won't say I retract that statement that women shouldn't vote, but honestly and seriously, I don't see any men saying, oh, I don't watch Trudeau, I watch Trump. It's all women. The same ones who watch Trump, when you try to say to them, why are you watching that? We've got big problems in Canada. They say one of two things. Well, I don't want to know about what's happening in Canada because it upsets me. Or they say, well, he comes out and talks every day and he sounds so calming and, he's giving out money. Well, do you listen to what he's saying or does it just sound soothing to you? Do you watch his entire speech? Have you watched any speech in its entirety? Well, no. Well, where do you think the money's coming from? Well, he's giving it out. Well, talk about political ignorance. It's astounding and it's aggravating. And, you implore them. You say, hey, how about tonight, tomorrow, over the weekend, whatever. Instead of watching the haircut on the south of the border, you watch the one on the north. Take a look at what's going on. So, Monday comes, you go to work, you say, well, hey, Esmeralda, did you have a look at anything over the weekend? Well, I was watching Trump and what, ugh. Our country is in a, well, let me be blunt. It is in the midst, and I mean in the midst, well along into going for really big shit. We were broke before. Now, how much money we've handed out now, the Liberal government isn't posting anything resembling their new or upcoming budget. How could they? They're so busy printing it and shoveling it out, they can't even keep track of it. I've said it before and again and again and again. Trudeau wants a dictatorship. He wants to be God. And we don't realize here in southern Ontario just how upset, how irate the western provinces are. They are ready to separate. There's a big movement working well towards it. And I can't blame them. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually start enacting upon that frightening scenario. And that would be just what Trudeau wants. He'd say, great, now I can employ the War Measures Act. Now I can become Grand Poobah and, send the army, send the whatever he thinks he's going to send out. I don't know. And, what percentage of the population is really aware of just how heinous this dude is and how far along he is in his program? I don't know. How would you know? All kinds of posts. I mean, there aren't very many cute kitten posts anymore on Facebook. I mean, there is. But it's a small percentage. It's all political. People are waking up. And you see the odd post once in a while where they think Trudeau's just grand. And they're not talking about his hair. Well, we're always going to have difference of opinions, aren't we? It's always going to be some small percentage of the people who, I don't know how they could possibly be thinking that, but apparently they are and they're entitled to it. But how do we wake the sheeple up? These people who are watching Trump on a daily basis, they might as well be watching Three's Company reruns for all the sense they're putting into watching our politics. And are they just going to blindly and blithely go to the polls, assuming we have an election, and the haircut doesn't get his dictatorial agenda any further along? I mean, I don't know. Do they just walk up to the polls and they probably don't even know who, the PCs from the PPCs? I've always liked his haircut. Saw his speech there yesterday. I don't know what he was talking about, but he sounded calm, and I felt good when he was done, and I really like his haircut. So anyways, that's the end of this rant and ramble as regards, you're watching the wrong Mr. T. I don't know what you can do about it, if anybody can. Can you wake that mindset up? Is it possible? I don't know. I mean, there's always going to be somebody you can hand them a line of shit today and they'll think it's great, and you give them another line of shit tomorrow, it'll be two different lines of shit, but they buy one just as much as the next if you present it to them in a nice soothing fashion and have a nice haircut, I guess. I don't know. But I don't know. If your wife, your sister, or I don't know, whatever, you can wake up. I mean, I got a sister there, she's like, is it as bad as you say it is? And I'm like, well, you don't have to watch my videos. You go watch other people. Stop with the cute kitten bullshit. I don't know, people. We're in much bigger trouble, harder and faster than I'd ever envisioned conceivable. And I know I beleaguer the point, but the haircut at the helm, Trudeau, he wants a dictatorship. And we're frighteningly, perilously close to that precipice and headed for it hard and fast. That's my rant and ramble for today. Take care.